The US presidential candidates Kamala Harris and Donald Trump have faced off in their first and possibly final debate before the big election in November. Joe checked out the action.
Yep, America and a lot of the world were on the edge of their seats today as Donald Trump and Kamala Harris took to the stage in Pennsylvania for their first ever head-to-head debate. And things got pretty tense.
Well, as I said...
Wait a minute, I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
Don't lie.
She went out.
During the debate, the two candidates butted heads over the big issues facing their country, like the economy, international politics, wars, national security and immigration, and a few personal jabs too.
She goes down as the worst vice president in the history of our country. Just been so bad, it's so ridiculous.
Coming from someone who has been prosecuted. And his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal sentencing.
There's a lot riding on this debate, as Trump and Harris are currently neck and neck in the polls, and might not get to debate again before Election Day on November 5th. Both candidates seem pretty happy with their performances.
Very important debate. Now, she wants to do another one because she got beaten tonight.
I think today was a good day, and it kind of was.
And Kamala even scored a post-debate endorsement from Taylor Swift on Instagram, kicking the race to the White House into a whole new gear.
Buckingham Palace has announced what King Charles and Queen Camilla will get up to when they visit Australia next month. The royals will be here for 5 days. They'll be in Canberra for some of the time, where they'll visit Parliament House, lay a wreath at the War Memorial and meet scientists at the CSIRO. They'll also head to Sydney with the harbour and the Opera House on the itinerary. It'll be the first time since 2011 that a reigning monarch has visited. This morning, our Paralympians landed back on Aussie soil. Michelle's got that and more in sport.
Yep, Australia's Paralympians got a pretty warm welcome when they touched down at Sydney Airport this morning. Family, friends, and even the Prime Minister were there to celebrate their success.
I loved every bit of the experience, but coming home is the best part, and being able to be here and celebrate with our loved ones and all the amazing people from Australia is so great.
Now to Jakarta for the World Cup qualifiers, where the Socceroos drew with Indonesia in a scoreless game. The Aussies had 5 shots at goal and 15 corners against their 133rd ranked opponent, but couldn't find the back of the net. The draw follows the Socceroos' 1-0 loss to Bahrain last week. Their next qualifier is against China at Adelaide Oval next month. And to finish us off, Ray Gunn is back in the headlines as she's just been ranked the #1 female breaker in the world, even after she didn't score a point at the Olympics. The World Dance Sport Federation says the ranking is based on each athlete's top 4 performances within the past 12 months, but doesn't include Olympic events. And since Ray Gunn finished in first place at the Oceania Continental Championships in October last year, she's sitting at the top of the table.
Now it's time for some stories that you might say are ahead of their time. But I say they're right on time. All right. First up, to an ice cream shop in Italy using ChatGPT to come up with new flavours. Their first AI-generated ice cream flavour was a mix of white chocolate, berry sauce, balsamic vinegar and caramelised black pepper, which might not sound like it should work, but according to customers, it does. The shop owners say there are still some parts of the process that are best left to humans, like balancing the weird flavour combinations to make sure they still taste good. Now for a fashion show that's out of this world. This new spacesuit prototype has just been unveiled, made by French luxury brand Pierre Cardin.
We can learn a lot just training with the suit.
They have a long-running collaboration with the European Space Agency, which says this new suit will be used in its upcoming lunar simulation mission. And finally, to the world of Harry Potter, which is getting a TV reboot with a new casting call being put out to find the new Harry, Ron and Hermione. But there's a catch, Aussies. They're only looking to cast kids living in the UK or Ireland, and you've got to be between the ages of 9 and 11. So it might be a bit tricky to pop your name into this goblet of fire. Well, that's all from us today.
Oh, is it that time already?
Yes, it is. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.